U.S. deploys more F-22 fighters toward Middle East, sending clear message to Iran.
Nationwide online conference convened for NA and local council election preparations.
2026. God of Wealth Day. Prices soar as crowds rush to buy gold for luck.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news. I'm Hoàng Yên, and here we go to the first part of the show. Continuing its campaign of deploying a large military force to the Middle East in preparation for an attack on Iran, U.S. military has deployed an additional squadron of advanced F-22 fighters to Israel.
The U.S. military is reportedly deploying an unprecedented number of warships and armed fighters in the Middle East since the 2003 Iraq War, in preparation for a possible military intervention in Iran, as ordered by President Donald Trump. Recently, Trump has repeatedly warned Iran that its only option to avoid a military attack from the U.S. is to accept an agreement based on Washington's demands and conditions, including abandoning uranium enrichment and limiting its ballistic missile arsenal. According to plan today, February 26th, representatives from the U.S. and Iran will resume indirect negotiations in Geneva, Switzerland, mediated by Oman.
The Cuban government says its Coast Guard killed 4 people and wounded 6 others during an exchange of fire with a Florida-registered speedboat off the island's coast.
The Cuban Interior Ministry said the incident occurred about 200 kilometers east of Havana, when the Cuban Coast Guard approached for inspection. Those on board opened fire, injuring the Cuban commander and leading to a shootout. 4 people on the U.S.-registered vessel died on the spot, and 6 others were injured and are receiving treatment. Florida officials said they have launched an investigation to determine if any U.S. citizens were involved, while Secretary of State Rubio declared that the U.S. would take appropriate retaliatory action. The incident occurred amidst the U.S. blocking almost all oil shipments to Cuba to increase pressure on the island nation's government.
The National Election Council has held a nationwide online conference at the National Assembly House on February 26th to begin preparations for the election of deputies to the 16th National Assembly and the People's Councils at 2 levels for 2026-2031 time.
The National Election Council has issued a resolution defining a total of 182 electoral districts for the 16th National Assembly elections nationwide. In addition, the country has 724 electoral districts for provincial-level People's Council elections, with 2,554 elected representatives, and 22,451 electoral districts for commune-level People's Council elections, with 72,613 elected representatives. Localities have fully established election-related organizations in accordance with the legally prescribed procedures and deadlines. Nghệ An Province elected 16 delegates to the 16th National Assembly and unanimously nominated 21 candidates. Nghệ An Province was authorized by the National Election Council to hold early voting in 55 polling stations across 31 electoral units in 12 communes.
Upcoming are some updated news.
The Vice Chairman of the Nghe and Provincial People's Committee has recently signed and promulgated Plan No. 113 to urge and accelerate the disbursement of public investment for 2026. The plan mandates a push for administrative reform, assigning capable and experienced officials to handle project dossiers. It aims to cut processing time by 50% and ensures that dossiers are not returned for revision more than once during the settlement process. The Department of Finance is tasked with coordinating with the Regional State Treasury 11 and relevant units to monitor implementation progress and capital disbursement. Priority will be given to ensuring sufficient capital for development investment and timely entry into the TABMIS system, Treasury and Budget Management Information System, to facilitate disbursement by investors. The plan also emphasizes the accountability of the heads of investment units in focusing on guidance, resolving difficulties, and accelerating project progress to achieve 100% disbursement of the assigned plan, particularly for large-scale and key projects.
In 2025, Vietnam welcomed over 4.331 million South Korean arrivals, surpassing pre-pandemic levels in 2019 and ranking second only to Japan in terms of outbound South Korean travelers. According to a study by Yanolya Research, 2025 saw 29.55 million South Koreans traveling abroad, with total spending reaching $32.65 billion. Vietnam continues to be the most popular destination for South Korean tourists in Southeast Asia, surpassing Thailand, the Philippines, and Singapore. Travel trends indicate that South Korean visitors prioritize short-haul destinations with affordable costs, yet they remain willing to spend significantly on high-quality culinary experiences and premium shopping.
The Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism of Nghệ An Province reported that during the 9-day Lunar New Year holiday, the number of visitors to Nghệ An increased sharply, especially at spiritual tourism destinations and spring festivals. The province is estimated to have welcomed approximately 367,000 visitors, of which 185,000 stayed overnight. Total tourism revenue is estimated at 505 billion VND. Notable attractions include the Ong Hoang Moi Temple, which welcomed nearly 120,000 visitors, Ho Chi Minh Square and the Ho Chi Minh Monument, which attracted nearly 50,000 visitors, and the Kim Leen Historical Site and the Temple of Emperor Quang Trung, which welcomed nearly 20,000 visitors. In addition, ecotourism, resort, and community tourism destinations attracted a large number of visitors.
Today, the 10th day of first lunar month, the god of wealth day, go shops in the area opened their door from early morning until late afternoon. Despite gold prices hovering at record highs, people continued to flock to stores, lining up and waiting for hours to purchase gold in hopes of securing luck and prosperity. More in the story today.
From early morning until noon today, this jewelry store has been constantly crowded. Following the belief that buying gold on this specific day brings good fortune and a successful business year, most customers are only purchasing 1 or 2 chai, a Vietnamese unit of gold measurement, without much concern for the price. They are happy to wait in line, register using their ID cards, and make bank transfers as required, despite the significant wait time.
On the day of the god of wealth, even though the price of gold was high, people still flocked to buy it. I also tried to buy a tail for good luck.
The most sought-after products remain plain round rings, god of wealth gold bars, and horse-themed mascots representing the zodiac year, in won-chi denominations from major national brands like AJC and Doji. Stores carrying these items are packed with shoppers, and most are limited to just 1 product per person, even as prices this morning fluctuated between 18.3 million and 18.5 million VND per tael.
We have prepared a sufficient quantity so that everyone can buy at least 1 product. We won't let anyone go empty-handed. The volume of customers remains as high as last year.
At reputable traditional gold shops in the province such as Phu Nguyen and Kim Than Hui, non-sealed 24K plain rings are also popular choices. These are sold at slightly lower prices, ranging from 17.6 million to 17.8 million VND per tael.
On the day of the god of wealth, even though the price of gold was high, people still flocked to buy it. I also tried to buy a tail for good luck.
On this year's God of Wealth Day, despite high prices, the crowds remain dense due to the deep-seated belief in buying gold for early year blessings. Recognizing the high prices, many shops have prepared smaller products ranging from 0.1 to 0.5 taels, with attractive designs and auspicious meanings to meet customer demand. In addition to gold, silver products have also become a popular choice, serving both spiritual needs and offering an affordable opportunity for accumulation.
The last story descended our news today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye for now.